Today we're going to talk about topic versus theme. First, let's begin by looking at the differences between a topic and a theme. A topic is what the text is about. It can usually be summed up in one or two words. For examples, love, honor, being different are all topics. A theme, however, is much more complex. A theme is a life lesson we learn from the text. It gives an answer to the question, so what, about the topic, and it must be a sentence. For example, love can make us do crazy things is a theme because it answers the question, so what, about the topic love, and it is a life lesson. Let's take a look at the story, The Six Blind Men and the Elephant. We know that a topic of this story is perspective. This story is about perspective because each blind man in the story had a different perspective about the elephant. So now using this topic, we want to come up with a lesson or a theme that this story teaches us. So thinking about what happened to the six blind men by the end of the story, we can say that it's important to take other people's perspectives into consideration. We know this is the theme of the story because the six blind men were wrong about the elephant since they only thought about the elephant from their own perspective. They did not take other people's perspective into consideration. Now we want to be careful not to just give a plot summary. A plot summary is not a theme. So saying something like, the blind men were wrong about the elephant, even though it's correct, it is not a theme. It is only a summary of what happened in the story. Take a look at these pictures. What do you notice about these pictures? What topic do these pictures share? Here are some choices. Hopefully, you pick individuality as the topic of these pictures, because in each picture you see that something is standing out. Something is being different. So now, using that topic, individuality, we can come up with a theme statement. So we say a theme or a life lesson about individuality is that. So what can we learn from these pictures about individuality? Well, we can learn that your individuality is what makes you special and should be celebrated. Once again, we want to be careful not to just simply state facts or details about the pictures. By saying the object in the picture is standing out, we are only giving a fact about the picture, not a lesson or a theme. Now we're going to read a very short story, and as we read this short story, we want to think about the topic, which means what is the story about, and the theme, which is what is the lesson the author wants us to learn. One day, a dove witnessed an ant falling in a river. The dove quickly dropped a leaf into the river for the ant to use as a boat. As the ant was drying off, he noticed a hunter hiding in the woods. The ant crept up and stung the hunter's hand, making him yell out in pain and frighten the dove away. So now we ask ourselves, what is this story about? What is the idea behind this story? Well, we can see that this story is about helping each other, helping others. And we see this in the action of the ant and the dove. So we know that the topic of the story is about helping others, or we can say that this story is about kindness. So once again, we want to think about the lesson of this story. We don't simply want to give summary detail. We don't want just to give a plot summary. We don't want to say that the dove was very kind to the ant. This is something that is true in the story, but it doesn't give us the lesson or the theme of the story. The theme of the story must answer the question, so what about kindness? What do we learn about kindness? Well, we learn that a theme or a life lesson about kindness I learned from the story is that when you show kindness, it will be returned.